Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for an epic discussion video. I'm in a discussing mood today, for sure, because it being a new year and some stuff coming out, we gotta talk about it. So, we're in the territory of Bakugan Legends now, man. So, you already know. Season 5, going against the norm. We're literally in some Bakugan history here, having 5 seasons for one series of Bakugan. Like the original era, we had Battle Brawlers, New Vestroya, Gundalian Invaders, and then around this time is where it diverged, like Sega Toys and Spin Master. Sega Toys going for the Bakugan Tech route, and then Mectanium Surge for the Spin Master route, but still 4 seasons with that, technically 5 if you can consider them together, but yeah, with one actual big-time series, with one straight timeline, not diverging companies or anything. 5th season with this. Freaking Bakugan history with this. So with this, it's time to get into some discussion on some things I'd really, really want to see with this. So with this, I'm going to talk about elements of figures and everything, and also elements of the show. I'm going to do so as quickly as I can. I'm going to try to make it less than 10 minutes, short, sweet, and to the point. But yeah, so I guess first things first, we'll get into the actual figures and then the physical game. So first things first, you already know what I'm going to say. Cards. The Pro TCG, Spin Master, you're sitting on a gold mine. You literally have all these cards and such. All these people who want to get into the TCG and everything. If you distribute it, like how Pokemon cards, like how Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like how Magic cards are all distributed, you're literally going to make so much. It's going to be insane, man. And you already know you have Baku Masters, you have big-time influencers and such, like myself, honored as hell that you even know I exist or that I'm a human on this planet. But you know that we will help market it and tell people where to go if you manage to do this. For sure. I know it's a long shot out in the dark now at this point, but for real, we love the TCG, we love the card game, we really want cards, and it'll help balance out things that much more, because the way you've treated the Bakugan thus far has been amazing, still keeping that balance. Yes, some Bakugan get stronger over time, but their damage goes down, and that's the balance. Even if they have more B power, if you don't have any damage when it comes to the TCG, you're not going to do any damage to your opponent, so you have to focus on those damage cards. It makes it where you have to focus on the damage cards and such, because your Bakugan, if they don't have that much damage, aren't going to do that much, as much B power as they have. You can have all the power in the world, but you got to have the damage to back it up, and that's the big time balance with it. Even Bakugan in the first season are still usable, dude, and definitely you got the potential to balance things out that much more to get the cards out there. It is not too late. Legit, we will help you market it and talk about it and everything. All of us would be honored to do so if you focus on the TCG. That's me just being real, getting that out of the way. You already know. Had to say it first thing. Yeah. And we say it out of love. You already know. We say this out of full love, because the longevity of this game, it can make this game go even season 7, 8, 9 further, for real. You put the cards out there and such. There's still gimmicks you can still do, for sure. But that's going to be another thing I'm getting into. So now we're talking about the actual physical Bakugan. So now getting into the Bakugan, one thing I really want to see, well, obviously more Nova Bakugan, because I love the light up Bakugan and such, that gimmick. We saw originally with the Baku Bolts from the first era, the Baku Bolt Bakugan. You had a Risk, you had Lotrinoid, you had a bunch of them, Lumatroid, the Bakugan that lit up once you actually opened them and everything. Vol Elazoid being a really rare one for sure. I don't even have one. But yeah, dude, just love seeing the full light up gimmick with it, and how they hint at the gimmick for the next season with each season. You know what I mean? For the first era, seeing Maximus, it talked about their powers coming together, leading to the Fusion Bakugan. Fusion Bakugan kind of hinting at that with the second season, and then seeing the full combiners, how they combine together with Drago Infinity, and then you had it where season 3, the Geogon, Geogon Rising, how they combined together and made Drago Geoforge Drago or Ultimate Villock, and then they hinted at that with that Geoforge Drago figure that they actually used in that set having metal, leading to the Platinum series in season 4, hinting at that big time, and then with season 4 seeing the Genesis collection for the big set with the light up Bakugan, Genesis Wrath, Genesis Drago and such, leading to this season with the Nova Bakugan that light up. Usually they hint at the next season's things with the big set, so hopefully we get some new gimmick with the big set for the season, and that'll probably hint towards what happens in the next season maybe. But yeah, so you already know, more Nova Bakugan. Really excited to see what ones they're gonna put out and such. It's gonna be awesome, dude. Yeah, but you already know, gotta see some more Nova Bakugan. I love the light up Bakugan. Getting into the figures as well. Another thing that I really want to see, them bring back older molds of Bakugan, which they've been doing. You know, you see like they're bringing back like Armored Alliance molds and such, but I mean even more molds from back before then, like even season one molds with this. We had Bakugan like Truncanius Ultra, like Trino Ultra, you know, like Kellyon Ultra, Diamond Kellyon Ultra got scrapped. You could literally put that out, like just make a Diamond Ultra Kellyon, like make a pack with that or something. You know, like Webum. We never got Webum in Pyrus or Arliss, and I always wanted to see it because Webum's one of my favorite Bakugan design-wise. That spider design with it is so freaking cool. Like some of the season one molds, even those Bakugan, retool some of those Bakugan and put them out in different factions, for real, like, and just give them B power and damage and such to where they can hang with the Bakugan that go now, like how they've been doing with some of the molds of Bakugan from before. I really want to see some season one Bakugan, you know, like Trino Ultra. I don't know if I mentioned that one. Like, there's a few Ultras that we didn't see that many of, like Kloptor Ultra with the eyeball that pops out, like that, man. Some of those designs are really sick. Some of them didn't have the craziest stats, so it was tough to even use them. But just bring back some of those Bakugan, even if it's like those same factions they had, new factions with them would already, you already know, be welcome, and give them some beat power and damage to where they can hang with the other Bakugan. That's for sure. I would love to see that, man. I love some of the season one molds and wish that we got more of them in certain factions for sure, dude. Like, yeah. So you already know with that. Now getting into another part of it, there's like two more areas I'll talk about with the figures. So with the figures, another thing being if they made Bakugan that we didn't see actually get figures before. So you already know the biggest cases for this. Artulian being one. It'll be amazing seeing that. Tico being the number one for me because that's literally the Bakugan I wanted the most out of the first season, and they never made an actual figure for Tico, and I was like, why? Come on, man, for real. Like, I'd love to see a figure for Tico. It's like how Leonidas is. Like, I'm glad they're making Leonidas, man. They're making Leonidas in more factions. Don't know how many, but it's at least in more than just the Arliss one in the set. That's for damn sure, and I'm so excited to see that. Bring in a Bakugan like Tico and do that same thing, because I guarantee you I'd buy it in every faction. That's for sure. I freaking love Tico. Love his design and everything, how he had the V virus and such. Like, it'll be crazy. Like, Legends, if you had a story where, like, okay, that's like a segue into, like, the next part. But, you know, we won't talk about that quite yet. I will in a little bit. Like, you know, like Tico, like Gorillion, like whatever that Raisinoid looking monster Bakugan was. It looked like Raisinoid. Drago fought it at the beginning of Evolutions, you know, like for the 01 like kind of pilot episodes that came out much later. They battled that thing. I would have loved to see a figure for that damn thing, for sure. Now added to the list, Sculler. We got Aura is freaking Nanogon, but we never got Sculler as a figure. We haven't gotten Sculler. Y'all gotta put out Sculler, man. It's the Arliss teacher's Bakugan. His name is Sculler. It's the bat skeleton looking one. Yeah, it was supposed to be at the tail end of, you know, Evolutions, but it got scrapped. And, you know, I hope they're pushing it into Legends and putting it out with this season, because you have so much potential for a melting pot with this, man. And those are a lot of things I want to see with the Bakugan. One last thing I will say is, like, future gimmicks and such. Like how we have the light up Bakugan. Now there are older gimmicks that are really sick. Like how you had the Baku Cyclones, the ones that you literally, like the Baku Cyclones, the Baku Zuns, that's what they were called. You literally had a ripcord, and you pull the ripcord out like a Beyblade and made them spin around, and then you just roll them out, and then they open. Like, that's really, really sick. Like the Baku Tremors, they have the wind up little turn thing on the side. Yeah, like you talk about the Baku Cyclones, you talk about like Bakugan like Breezak, like Zipperator, or Neo Zipzam, if you remember it from Gundalian Invaders. Bakugan like that, you know? Be really, really sick to see that. And then you got like the Baku Tremor Bakugan. So like Quake X Gorum, Cobrakis, Quake Dragonoid being probably the most notorious one, you know. But you wind up on the side, and it's literally like a wind-up toy, and it makes a sound and a rattle sound when it opens. Like that gimmick and such. Would love to see that incorporated and such. The Bakugan might not have as much like crazy detail, but they could work around it. Like all you gotta do is figure out like the as much as you can fit in the figure while maintaining that gimmick and such. It'll be cool to see like that incorporated as well. Because I love like Quake Drago, Cobrakis, Quake X Gorum, all those kinds of Bakugan. They're so sick, man. For sure. Like those kinds of gimmicks. Also, like you got the spinning Bakugan, like Neo Drago, like the Vortex Drago, like you know, like Mutant Ingram, Cyclone Percival, like the Bakugan, like some Bakugan during Titanium Surge, when you open them up, like Bull Cannon, you open them up and then they spin around, dude. You know, even like Hyper Drago, like the original like Hyper Drago, like there's a special spin version of it, like Spin Drago, I think it's called. But even that gimmick, man, some older gimmicks they could easily incorporate with like future seasons and everything. Would love to see that for sure. But yeah, dude. So I guess that's about everything. Everything figure wise. I said it was going to be like 10 minutes, but at least I got through that part in 10 minutes. Now we're talking about the actual show. So going into Legends season 5, really, really hyped for this, man. Some of the things I really want to see, of course, seeing the Awesome Brawlers come back. We're gonna see like the new molds for the Bakugan. It's a given with that. Seeing all the Awesome Brawlers return. So you already know Dan, Winton, Shun, Leah, Lightning, Ajit. You already know. But I'd also love to see Athena return with this as well. She's a really powerful brawler that had a lot of influence and such. And honestly became one of the most loved characters for Evolutions for real. Seeing her return, seeing Magnus return as well. You already know I can't leave out Magnus, which I'm sure we're gonna see like at least Magnus come back. But yeah, definitely want to see Athena return as well, because loved her character development. And one thing I really hope they continue to do is bring back characters from previous seasons, like even seeing some season 1 characters and such return with it. That's one thing I've loved about it. Even with Evolution, we were seeing characters from season 1, season 2, season 3, all returning for the 4th season. I hope they keep up with that trend. It's not like a completely new cast. They bring in new characters and everything, but show off some of the older characters you have as well, and have them just grow and even be at the level like the Awesome Brawlers and such, like strength-wise. Maybe they get new Bakugan, they use certain Bakugan, it will make full sense. I love the balance that they've done with that, because with the first era, it was like we hardly had too many characters from like a previous season come back. We saw a few, but then they kept adding more and more big time new characters. Some returning characters, which was really, really epic, like the return of Spectra in season 4. That was insane, man. Like things like that. But seeing how many characters they've had still be involved with things, even going this far with the show is really, really awesome, man. And I hope they keep up with it for sure. Like, keep showing off like the older characters while introducing new characters. It's an amazing, amazing balance. Like, definitely stick with that balance. Just fixing my headphones, but yeah, definitely stick with that balance because it's so, so great, man. But yeah, and just seeing like a crazy story that tugs at our heartstrings and everything, like it's done so with each season. Just seeing that crazy build up. But yeah, I have faith and I have hopes for sure, man. We love the game, Spin Master. We love the series so much, and you have potential to go on for even multiple seasons ahead, for sure. Like, the ball is in your court in a major way, and the potential is definitely there. And, the cards can help out in a major way. That's why I mention it. We say it out of love. Literally, like, we will help you with it. If you say the word on actually getting some things going with the cards, that you'll be all over and be like, yo, guys, oh, like, we'd flip out in a major way. Like, you already know. It would go insane. It would probably break the internet, for sure. At least, like, with the community of Bakugan, for sure. And it would introduce a lot of new players to it as well. But, yeah, man. Anyways, less than 15 minutes. Didn't do too bad. But, yeah, that's basically all the thoughts that I've had on, what I really want to see with Bakugan Legends. So, yeah, I talked about everything figure-wise, talked about everything, of course, TCG-wise, and even TCG-wise, you actually get into the cards, you already know Arliss support. More Arliss cores, like plus 400 shields for Arliss. Why do we not have that yet? Plus 3 fists damage-wise for Arliss. Why don't we have that yet? Arliss seems like the faction that's still way behind and such. Yeah, even for the cards, we don't have that many Arliss action cards, So, yeah. If more cards do come out, definitely more love to Arliss for sure. Like Age of Arliss plus level of love, I'd say, because we definitely need some love for Arliss. I want to make Arliss profiles, man. I've literally made one, and it was so difficult to make that one. I want to make another one, but gotta wait for the right time to do so, But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this epic discussion video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let Spin Master know, hashtag we want cards. Say your thoughts and everything, all your hopes. I really want to see your guys' input and your ideas with things for sure. Because y'all be creative in a major way, man. But, yeah. I said as much as I could in like 15 minutes. But hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content because I upload daily. And if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. So yeah, guys, till next time, it is your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Till then, stay awesome and Bakugan Brawl. I'm up out of here.